Okay guys, our topic is Tunisia. We have to find out something about Tunisia. Have you guys any idea?
I know it's an Arabic country.
Yeah, it's involved in the Arab Spring incident.
Yeah.
North Africa. I think it's the one that started the Arab Spring.
Yeah, in the first one.
Yeah, I learned something like this last year, that they started a revolt against the government.
Yeah, when this guy burned himself, right?
Yeah, set himself on fire.
It caused a domino effect.
And the media's attention.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was really crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'll do the first question where it discusses about the background and how it happened.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, I think I'll do the second question and on the government's reaction and calming down road protests.
I'm going to try to figure out how they use the social media to communicate.
And I'll do the bit about human rights in Tunisia.
Yeah, that's said and done, so let's just get
Start
down to
doing the
writing.
research.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start the research.
Three students doing their research on their English project. Ashok, what are you doing?
I am researching about human rights violation in Tunisia.
And how is that going?
Pretty violent.
What's happening?
Alright. I found out that Amnesty International, a United States organization, has tried and stopped Tunisian human rights from being violated.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Job.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
How's the research going?
It's okay. I'm trying to find out how social media has been used by the protesters. And I found a very interesting page. They used pages like Facebook and Twitter to organize their protests. So everybody was invited, able to come.
All right. Thank you. Hi, Davir.
So,
Sup, Indian man?
I'm not Indian. Nope.
All right. What's going on?
I'm doing the research on government action,
Okay.
and clearly I've gotten what the president was doing. Like, he wants to punish the rioters, and that's about it. And I have my attention in his suit. It's a really good suit.
Are there any specific pages that you found?
Yeah, I have one page at the moment which describes what the president actually wanted to do with the other political leaders.
All right.
So I'm about to summarize that, and then we can have something at the end of this.
Thank you very much. Hi everyone. I'm gonna answer the question number 1 that was given in our project, and I'm gonna explain to you how and why the riots had taken place in the country that we're studying, Tunisia. So, according to the Reuters website, riots are very rare in Tunisia, a common thing that would usually happen. The reason to how the protests and riots had taken place was because of a young, angered man named Mohamed Bouzizi, who set himself fire because the police had confiscated his vegetable and fruit shop or store, as witnesses have mentioned. After this event occurred, footage of this incident was posted on Facebook, a social media website, which then encouraged more people to protest after seeing this event. The reason for this rage was because there is high unemployment in Tunisia, and mostly in these regions where people are not well off. So these are the reasons why the riots had taken place and how they had taken place in Tunisia.
Now, speaking of the Tunisian government, the government did use appropriate amounts of force against the protesters to calm things down, and at the same time they did use excessive force, which wasn't really good. But this wasn't until the president had gone down to the protests and talked to the protesters and told them that they would be punished for the things they're doing. And this clearly wasn't anything that was going to stop them. So the protests increased, and many other people were killed after fighting against security forces. But then on the other hand, the democratic opposition leader called on the Tunisian leader to urgently cease fire to spare the lives of the innocent protesters and for them to have their right to protest peacefully. After this, Ben Ali, the president of Tunisia, left the country with his family because he basically saw that things weren't going to calm down. So the protesters targeted other members of parliament, and this led to the larger groups of military and army people to come into the city and surround the homes of these ministers. So as the protesters went down to their places, they were being shot and they were being fled away with tear gas. They did also kick people out of their houses, and they even beat the little children up, even the women, which wasn't really good. So the government later on did manage to get some peace, and after that it was all good and it was going well for the government and for the country.
Hi guys! You wouldn't believe what I found out about the media in Tunisia. Internet websites in Tunisia were censored by the government in order to hide what was really happening during the protests. During the revolts, newspapers would report about what a great job Ben Ali was doing, and they would report about dancing children during such an intense time of protest. I don't know if this is really relevant, but this shows that the government indeed wanted to show a happy face, that everything was going on really well and nothing bad is happening. Therefore, it is more than understandable that the protesters said that the only way to express their opinions is through social media such as Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. And the citizens of Tunisia were also aware of the censorship of the government. This is why, if they really wanted to know about the truth, they went on Facebook. Some of them even stick on Facebook the whole day and whole night just to find out about the truth. Facebook was also used to organize the protests. For example, they would send invites to other protesters so that everyone could participate. I've also read long criticizing the government over
Hey
YouTube.
guys, hi Delmir. This is what I got from my research about the violation of human rights. Since President Ben Ali's rule, there were significant limitations on citizens' rights to change their government. There were reports of at least one arbitrary or unlawful killing, well, more than one actually, and local and international non-governmental organizations, NGOs, reported that security forces tortured and physically abused prisoners and detainees and arbitrarily arrested and detained individuals. Security forces acted with impunity, sanctioned by high-ranking officials. And these human rights laws, they're grouped in sections here. From section 1, the respect for the integrity of the person, arbitrary or unlawful deprivation of life. During the riots against Ben Ali's rule, which started on December 18, which kick-started everything, the Arab Spring incident, that one. Security forces in the town of Menzel used live ammunition on protesters. The law also prohibits such practices as torture and other cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment. However, according to several reports by independent domestic and international human rights organizations, security forces tortured detainees to elicit confessions and discourage resistance. The human rights law prohibits arbitrary arrest and detention, but the government did not observe these prohibitions. Denial of fair public trial. The executive branch and the president strongly influenced these judicial procedures, particularly in cases involving political dissidents and oppositionists, very biased. The Constitution provides for limited freedom of speech and of the press. However, the government generally did not respect these rights in practice. It restricted media freedom and severely intimidated journalists, which in turn led to them practicing self-censorship. And security forces remained closely monitored by both foreign and domestic media activity. And yeah, this is all I have for now. Yeah, pretty interesting stuff.
Our topic is Tunisia. We have to find out to do our research.